He did to do a shower.
Why are you not looking for work if you're an ashawo?
Now it be that now.
I'm afraid I might be doing this episode from here, Eco Hotels and Suites, because I'm actually waiting for a meeting. And I'm like, you know what? Why not? Why can't I just give you guys the rundown of episode 3 of the show? So, out of the 5 guys and the 7 ladies that came out, only one on this particular episode, only one actually matched. One lady and one guy matched, and I was just so disappointed. Generally speaking, the show, the 3rd episode, was a bit flat, to be honest. The guys were not meeting up to par with the energy of the ladies, or maybe the ladies were just too high for the guys. Something was just off. I mean, we always have that small off energy, but this particular episode, it was just a bit bland for me. Now let's start with the first guy that entered, Jerry.
Hello, sir. Hi.
Jerry is a masseuse, or should I call it a masseur? A masseuse is for the lady, right? And when he got in, some ladies popped the balloon because they felt like he had this American playboy vibes. And this guy, they were asking, what do you do? He was just proudly saying that he's a masseur. You know, they say, do you give happy ending? He was just proud about it. Oh, yes, I give happy ending depending on the customer. You know, 150K for males, 300K for women. And I said, oh, do you do the other one? Do you do men too, apart from massaging them? Do you give them happy ending? He was like, nah. In my mind, I'm like, are you sure it's nah? Are you sure it's really, really nah? Because the energy you are giving, I'm ready for anything. I read some of the comments in the comment section. Some people felt like he just came there to sell his market. But I feel like that guy is a very smart guy. He's giving low key, very dark man in terms of body size and all. The bad news is that they all pops their balloon, because who wants a man that looks like a playboy that is also a masseur to be your boyfriend? It means that he has the energy or the power or the right to touch women's body, or any kind of body professionally. Oh my God, it's quite windy here. I hope you guys can hear me though. So I think what stood out for me, you know, in that particular section where he walked in, was when all the ladies they were like, do you like any of the ladies? Who's your type here? And it was like, none of them. So Nurse Miraj was asking them to turn around, just to, you know, she was just trying to create content out of he doesn't have his match there. Everybody popped his balloon, everybody popped their balloons, sorry, and he also didn't like anybody there, or maybe because they popped his balloon, that's why he didn't like, because he later actually confessed about liking one of the girls, you know, because she likes to relax like him, because that was the question he asked. It was like, how do you like to relax? She's like, oh, I love the spa day, I loved going to the beach. And he was like, oh, my kind of girl. And I'm like, huh? Your kind of girl? Oh boy, you're looking for a sugar mommy the way I'm seeing this thing. Anyways, because they all popped the balloon, the ladies started turning around one by one according to Non's Miraj. She asked them to turn around. And then they would turn around, show their body. And then they got to this lady, the dark chocolate, and she was like, no, I'm not turning around. Why should I turn around? He doesn't like anybody here, so why should I turn around? That kind of vibe. And I'm like, yeah, girl, that's my kind of energy. Because I was wondering, you say he doesn't like any of you people. You put your balloon, so why are you turning around? Well, I guess they said you are turning around for the camera, for the people at home to watch them. Anyways, I would have returned that same of energy. If I was on the show, I would have been the dark chocolate on the show, basically. The second person to walk in, Tony. Tony is 27, is a customer care manager, and he wants a lady who loves him for who he is. When the ladies heard this, they're like, huh? You want a lady who loves you for who you are? Then somebody asked, who are you? And then he was like, I am me. Okay, you're you, and what? So the question is not questioning, the answer is not answering. One of the ladies took it personal. She was like, how can you say you want a lady who loves you for you? I think who took it personal? So I think it's a B Pearl. She was like, you want a lady who loves you for you. Who are you? You know, who are she said she feels like that the things that people say that to cover up the bad behavior, a bad character. So when a guy tells you, I want a lady to love me for who I am, it just depends on the context, you know, so to say. But is it a red flag? I'm throwing it out there now. Is it a red flag? Is it a red flag when he says that, or if a lady says that as well? She says, "Oh, I like a lady, or I like a man who loves me for me." Does it mean they're hiding something? Are they trying to cover up something, or are they just being, by themselves, open and all that? I'd love to know you hear your thoughts. But personally, I feel like it just depends on the context. There's some context that when somebody says that, it feels really weird. You're like, you're definitely trying to cover up something. And there's some context that you just say it and it doesn't really mean anything. So in this context, I think Tony wasn't really thinking like that too deep, but the ladies were pressing P. Why? Because he's a customer care manager. You see, when person don't get money, every single day, everybody would cancel you. I think that's what happened. And then he didn't seem very confident. He's just that chilled guy. So those type of people that when you're talking to them, they're really chilled, but when they're at work or when they're doing other things, they have the energy. The energy is like they can be masculine, but they're just chill. They don't like wahala. And I think that's the Tony guy situation. He kept saying he liked a slim, sharp girl, da 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 da. What's up with ladies actually liking tall, dark, and handsome? Because a lot of them were saying that because he's fair, that's why I don't like him. He's fair, but if he has money now, if he's a CEO of some oil company now, you go like him. And men also liking yellow girls. Yeah, I see a lot of them saying, I'm not a fan of dark skin. But when they see dark skin, we get fine shape, they go like them. One thing that this show has really taught me is that people do not really know what they want for sure. Nobody really knows what they want, because when what they want comes, they start to ask for more. And
What's going on? What are they going to?
the highlight of this boring episode would be Non's Miraj birthday, undeniably. Non's Miraj surprise birthday was the highlights of this particular episode, because like I said, the episode was completely dry. Even almost dead actually. But thanks for Non's Miraj birthday surprise. So the surprise went on like this. She's standing there calling on the single man. She was like, "Single man," the way she does it, "Please come out." And I think maybe one of the crew guys came out or something. He came out on the show, and then all the ladies just walked off the set. And she was like, "Oh, why are they walking off the set? Why are they walking off the set?" It was really funny. She was really holding her chest like someone that's about to have hypertension, you know. And then the surprise just came. The cake, I really, really liked the cake. I wouldn't even lie. The cake was so beautiful. It was just a replica of the set. And, everybody was just screaming, happy birthday, Nons Miraj. It was a pleasant surprise, to be honest. But I always feel like Nons Miraj always has this weird face on when you want to surprise her or when you ask her something. She just has this I'm not surprised kind of look. Like, oh, what is this? Like, a big happy birthday to you, Nons Miraj. May you age with grace. Want to say that we, your fans, we love you. We love how you roll. We love how scandal-free you are. We love how mature you carry yourself. We know you're a baby girl for life, and we wish you all the best moving forward in your life and in your career. Now let's move into the next segment, or should I say next highlight? I wouldn't call it highlight because, like I said, the show was a bit bland. The next guy that came in was 25-year-old, and I'm like, Nons Miraj, 25 years old looking for love. It's possible, Sha. But let's not deceive ourselves. Any man in his 20s, he ain't looking for love. He ain't looking for love, Nons Miraj and your team. He ain't looking for love. Anyways, just Sam, his name, 25, coding. Very chill guy. He said he's a stylist, looking all dapper. Trying to be confident. He's confident actually, but it's a bit too loud. His confidence is a bit too loud for me. Anyways, he said he was looking for beauty and brains and a gorgeous woman who calls a shot when it comes to intellect. And I felt like he went to go and read that before coming on. Before coming on the live, he felt like he read that somewhere and came to say it. I want a gorgeous woman who calls a shot when it comes to her intellect. Anyways, he doesn't like thick girls, he said, and then later started saying, no, my ex-girlfriend looks like a plus-size girl. And I'm like, huh? Y'all don't really know what you're doing. Y'all really don't know what you want. He made this girl collect her balloon back, because he said, you look like my ex. You say you don't like thick girls. That's why I busted my balloon, or I popped my balloon, so to say. And he goes, hey, you look my ex now. Blah, 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 blah. She's like, can you take care of me? can you afford me? Because, I'm all that. And was like, oh, I'm into tech. I do other things too. Just trying to brag himself up. Only to now pop the girl's balloon again. And I'm like, boy, if I were that guy, I shouldn't have even collected that balloon, at all. Anyways, let me give you a rundown. So, after some of the girls popped their balloons, the lady, Bougie Blessing, kept saying, oh my God, I like him. Oh my God, he's so chilled. You could just tell that she was feeling him and she liked him, obviously. And he kind of liked her too. And so in my head, even when the three ladies were holding their balloons, I knew he was going for her. I definitely knew because you could see the smile on his face when she was actually talking about him and and all that. So I knew, we all knew, he was just acting like he was indecisive. And when it was time to pop the balloon, he was being the chilled guy, trying to feel like he's confused. Like, I'm like, you get out of here. Just get out of here. We know you. We already know who you're going to pick. Why are you acting like you're confused? Anyways, I love the fact that they gave Bushy Blessing actually gave the balloon. There's this ritual that they do where when the lady that is being picked or being matched holds a balloon, she has to give the balloon or pass the balloon on to somebody she wishes the best in finding love, and then she passed the balloon to the boss chick lady, and I was like, yeah, the dark chocolate. Actually, I don't know why I keep saying boss chick because that's the name of her brand. And I was so happy. I was like, oh, that's so cool. So pass this balloon to this girl. She seemed like a really nice girl, just that our standards are very, very high. Standards. What are standards? Standards are very high. So, Boji Blessing and Just Sam, their love is just giving young love. Like, this one, no be love, like fine. This one now cruise. May they go cruise. Anyway, if you fall in love, shall if you marry you, but I beg, both of them, may they come up for my timeline, I beg, for my FYP, make I see road. Let the mature people, 23 and 25, let the mature people come here, Jerry. Our next single man to come in is Kelvin. Kelvin is 30 years old. He said he's a chef. And I'm like, okay, well, you're a chef, but this your chef, your chef go gym. This guy was so buff. And that's one thing with these guys that actually go to the gym and then they wear this big, you're buff, and then you wear a big shirt and then just look also chunky. And then if you're now like you're a petite guy or you're short, and then you start going to the gym to buff it up. And if you don't wear the right clothing, so there's nothing wrong with going to the gym and keeping fit. But there's something wrong when you don't know the right clothing that goes with your body type. And I think maybe he missed that, or maybe he was just carrying weight too much because it just looked a bit too big. And some of the ladies had a problem with that. They're like, okay, why are you so huge? You're a chef. What do you make? You make breakfast, you make snack. I'm not even talking about your food. And Beeper was saying things like, oh, this particular guy, is it Beeper? I don't think it's Beeper. Guys, the episode was so boring. I don't remember names. I only remember what they look like. So she was like, oh, the only thing you're bragging about is not your cooking skills. You're bragging about you're from Calabar, right? You're bragging about your ta skills, because the guy really got excited and bolder when he started to talk about ta. You know what I'm saying, guys? He said he likes conservative ladies, and he almost got toxic here where he started to body shame some of the ladies, bold shame in terms of dark chocolate is a bit bold, and he was like, oh, you need to get some wigs. Maybe we'd have to get you some wigs or something, basically. I was not made though. So let me wrap this up right now. Of course, Kelvin left, without having a match, and he ended up body shaming a lot of the ladies there. Latex spam, also body shaming the weak girl and all that. Anyways, guys, let's just go to my own best dress. My best dress for the show is Babs Iris. My best persona for the show is Dark Chocolate. My best dress for the guys is Just Sam. My best persona for the guys, who will be my best persona? I think Tony is my best persona. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me on this episode of the Hunt Game Show 3 episodes or third episode review. Please do also subscribe to my channel. like my video, share it.
You that have one
And
wife.
yeah, of course, episode 4 will be right back with more content, more juice, and more
Now,
updates,
I'll start
recap, and review. Thanks for watching.